Hello, UDC Firebirds basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. I'm Eli Pearlstein, and this afternoon we have your UDC women's basketball team squaring off with the women's basketball team from Lincoln University, that's located in Pennsylvania. The Lincoln University Lions, members of the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association, they come in 4-2 on the season, 1-1 away from home, taking on your UDC Firebirds team, which is 3-3 on the young season, 2-1 here at the UDC Sports Complex. Firebirds played last weekend. They hosted the Firebird Classic, and they split the two games that they hosted last weekend. Their last game on Sunday afternoon, they were victorious 52-46 over the University of Tampa. The leading scorer in that game was Taj Baldwin-Kalor. She registered 19 points. Tatiana Calhoun finished with a double-double, 13 rebounds to lead the team to go along with 10 points. In the opening game of that tournament, the Firebirds lost against St. Anselm. They got blown out 77-49. Lincoln, on the other hand, is coming off a win of their own. A win at home over Cheney University by the final 65-53. They are 2-1 in their last three ball games. After today's game, they will play just one other game in the month of December, so a month with not too many contests for them. They've got to make every game they play count this month. Folks, now I'm going to pause and let you listen in to the national anthem.
At this time, please rise and remove your caps to the playing of our national anthem.
Eli Pearlstein back with you, and now let's take a look at this afternoon's starting lineups, and we'll begin with the visiting Lincoln University Lions, who are led by first-year head coach Daryl Mosley. He is a graduate of Lincoln University back in 2010. He's assisted by Ashley Sammons, also in her first year, Damon Nichols in his first year as well, and Darren Jones in his second year. In the backcourt for Lincoln, they'll go with senior guard Amani Clark. She's from Middleton, Delaware. Also in the backcourt, 5'3" senior Courtney Smith from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And 5'8" sophomore Kira Pendleton from Baltimore, Maryland. In the front court for Lincoln, they're going with 5'11" senior Lisa Saunders from Hampton, Virginia. And 6'4" senior Miana Gaines from Detroit, Michigan. And that lineup for Lincoln will go against the following lineup for your UDC Firebirds, who are led by first-year head coach Dwayne Burrows, graduate of Coppin State. He's assisted by John Nakpodia and Jerisha Obi. And here's the lineup for UDC this afternoon. They're going with just one guard in the starting lineup. That would be Tajruba Baldwin-Kalor, the 5'9" senior from Newport News, Virginia. The four forwards who are joining her on the court to start the game. 5'11" senior Ariel Ward. She's from Springfield, Massachusetts. 5'11" senior Iman Scott from Hagerstown, Maryland. 5'11" senior Tatiana Calhoun from East Wetumpka, Virginia. And 6'3" junior Janka Stiasna. She's from Volin, Slovenia, transferred from East Carolina University. It's a Division I school prior to the season. She did not play the last game that I did for the Firebirds. However, she has played now 3 games this season for UDC, starting 2. This will be her 3rd start this year. This is the second to last non-conference game for the Firebirds. After today, they will begin conference play, playing 2 games in Western New York next weekend at Roberts Wesleyan and Damon as they get East Coast Conference play underway. Lincoln University will also be beginning conference play with their next game on December 15th. It'll be Stiasna taking the tip for UDC. Firebirds in the gold jerseys with black numbers on the front and back. Firebirds written across the front. And taking the tip for Lincoln is Miane Gaines, the 6'4" senior. Tip is up. And they'll have to re-tip it. No one came down with it. So let's try it again. Tip is up. And this time it is possessed by Lincoln University. They're wearing the blue jerseys with white numbers on the front and back. Lincoln Lions written across the front of the jerseys. It is Courtney Smith handling the rock. Firebirds implementing a zone D to start this game. Smith to her backcourt mate Clark. She dished off to Saunders. Saunders into the paint for Gaines, who spins around, fires a shot. No good off the back iron. Offensive rebound by Gaines. She can't put it away. And then another offensive rebound taken down by Smith, and she had it poked away from her out of bounds, so it remains Lincoln University basketball with 9:31 to go here in the first quarter of play. For those of you who have not yet watched a game this season, new rule in women's college hoops, they're now going with quarters as opposed to halves for 10-minute quarters. Coming down with the rebound was Iman Scott, but she stepped on the baseline, so another possession for the Lions. Firebirds yet to have the ball on offense this afternoon. Saunders inbounds, gets it to Pendleton. Pendleton hands off to Smith. Smith on top, the arc dribbles right in front of the Firebirds bench. Now dishes to her left to Clark. Clark drives into the lane, net by a double team, hands off to Gaines. Gaines fires a pass to Saunders, who dribbles into the paint and puts up the short shot for 2. Lincoln on the scoreboard first, 2-0, a minute into this one. For the Firebirds, Ward dishes off to Baldwin-Calor. Swings it back to Ward. Ward dribbles to the top of the arc. Tries a pass into the corner for Baldwin-Calor. It's deflected out of bounds along the near sideline. UDC will keep possession. Firebirds entering today's game, shooting about 9 percentage points less effectively from the field than their opponents this season. They turn it over. So back come the Lions as Clark speeding ahead of the pack, and she gets fouled on the layup attempt. Stops the clock with 8:35 to go here in the first quarter of play. So it's the 5'6" senior from Middleton, Delaware, Amani Clark at the line. She's the team leader in scoring, averaging 14.7 points per game. Can't hit the first free throw attempt. Free throws is one area where this Lincoln team has very much struggled this season. As a team, they're shooting just 55%. Clark shooting just 52%. She can't hit either. Stiasna tracks down the rebound. Dishes off to Baldwin-Calor, who's triple teamed in the backcourt, and she draws a foul. Stopping the clock with 8:31 remaining in the quarter. It's 2-0 Lincoln on top. Eli Pearlstein with you. Glad you're tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. UDC men will be on the court tomorrow afternoon. You can see that game live here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Baldwin-Calor a little bit shaken up. She may have been poked in the eye, it appears. One of the referees over to make sure she's okay to continue on and inbound the ball. Gets it into Iman Scott, gives it back to Baldwin Calor. 2-3 zone implemented defensively by Lincoln. To Scott, baseline, the short shot, too strong. Rebound hauled down by Gaines. He hands off to Pendleton, who heaves it ahead to Saunders. Saunders on top of the arc to Smith. Over to Clark. Clark tries to pass along the baseline to Pendleton. He gets picked off. So here come the Firebirds. That is turnover number 1 for Lincoln this afternoon. One less than the Firebirds. Stiasna, the layup from the right side is good, and we are tied at 2. With 7:51 remaining in the quarter. Scoreboard still not updated here at the sports complex. Rebound hauled down by Calhoun. Baldwin Calor. We're working into the front court. Dribbles right, dishes right to Ward. Ward feeds Stiasna down low. She's double teamed. Wide open Baldwin Calor for 3, and she drains it. And that makes it 5-2. Firebirds on top. With 7:21 left in the first quarter of play. Double team down low is Gaines, and she is fouled as she tried to go up with a reverse layup. Second team foul of the half for UDC. And Miana Gaines, the 6'4 senior from Lincoln Park, Michigan, will head to the line for the first time this afternoon. That was the first personal committed by Tatiana Calhoun for UDC. First free throw attempt rattles in. So Lincoln now 1 of 3 from the free throw line this afternoon. Gaines is averaging 7.8 points per game. And she gets them both to fall. Came into this game 5 of 13 from the free throw line. So we have a 1-point game, 5-4 UDC on top. Trying to move over the 500 mark to 4-3. Meanwhile, Lincoln trying to improve to 5-2 on the year. Pass picked off by Ward. So UDC will have another possession as they force their second turnover of the game. Scott, near side. Fires it cross court to Ward. Baldwin Calor pump fakes the 3, dishes off to Scott. She'll fire and hit. Iman Scott knocks down just her second three-pointer of the season. Now 2 of 21 from three-point range this year. And she has UDC up by 4. It's 8-4, 6:35 left in the quarter. 3 launched by Smith won't go. We got a foul on the rebound. And it goes against Lincoln. Team's second foul. It will be UDC ball from the backcourt baseline. Taj Baldwin Calor to inbound. Foul is committed by Miana Gaines, her first personal for Lincoln. Scott in the backcourt, picks up her dribble, fires it cross court to Ward. Firebirds playing without a true point guard right now. Chantrell Oliver, slated to be the starting point guard this season, yet to appear in a game. And as I mentioned during the starting lineups, just 1 guard, 4 forwards on the court to start this game, and Firebirds have not made any substitutions yet in this quarter. Smith on top of the arc. Bounce pass right to Clark. Clark feeds down low to Gaines. She kicks out. Saunders, the 3 won't go. Rebound tracked down by Stiasna. He dishes off to Baldwin Calor. Baldwin Calor really more of a 2-guard, but she's been the de facto point guard for the Firebirds this season. Ward dribbles to the top of the arc. Swings it in the left corner for Baldwin Calor. Back to Ward. She now feeds Scott. 1-touch pass to Stiasna for 3, and she knocks it down. Now an 11-4 Firebird advantage with 5:41 to go here in the first quarter of play. Smith dribbles to the far wing, bounce pass down low to Gaines, and Gaines is fouled from behind by Yanka Stiasna. So third team foul on UDC. It will be Smith to inbound. Gets it into Saunders. She works around the perimeter. Back to Smith. Now Clark drives, puts up a shot from the free throw line. One-handed won't go. Rebound hauled down by Scott for the Firebirds. 5:18 to go in the first quarter of play. As Baldwin Calor works it into the front court. Bounce pass left to Scott. Scott finds Ward on the baseline. She pump faked, and her defender came down on her, committing a foul. Her defender being Lisa Saunders. So that is the third team foul for Lincoln. Sub in for Lincoln. It is Jada Davis who checks in. We have a traveling violation called on Lincoln. So UDC will get it right back. Baldwin-Clore will inbound. Heaves it into Scott. Scott fires near side to Ward. Ward back to Scott. Fires the three. This time it won't go. So she's 1 of 2 from distance tonight. A heave ahead to Gaines. She can't corral it. And Lincoln has their 3rd turnover of the game. The Lions came in having committed 111 turnovers on the season, but having forced 120. Tonight, 3 turnovers for Lincoln on the afternoon. It's interesting, Firebirds this season have been outshot by their opponents by a wide margin, both in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. However, the Firebirds have shot very well from the free throw line and have out-rebounded their opponent by about 6 rebounds per game. And that's the reason they are able to have an even 3-3 record heading into play this afternoon. This was a media timeout. I believe it's the first dead ball under 5 minutes in each quarter is when the media timeout will be taken, and each team with 4 timeouts total for the game. It will be Baldwin-Clore to inbound for UDC. Both these teams, NCAA tournament teams a year ago. Lincoln University lost in the CIAA tournament championship game last year to Virginia State 73-49. Baldwin-Clore into the front court. Swings the pass left to Scott. Back to Baldwin-Clore. Now Calhoun. Fires to Ward. Ward to Scott down low. The runner is in. And UDC on top now 13-4. With 4:27 remaining in the quarter. Double teamed by the far wing is Davis. Firebirds get the steal. Ward ahead of the pack. Puts in the layup. And the Firebirds have taken their largest lead of 11. Firebirds scoring 7 unanswered. Stretch their lead into double digits. Chance of defense still coming from the Firebird bench. Smith. Pass to the baseline is to L'Oreal Bledsoe. And her shot blocked. So it's UDC basketball. Firebirds have made just 1 substitution. Haven't made any substitutions yet. Lincoln has made a whole bunch. Ward fires it cross court to Baldwin-Clore. Subs awaiting at the scorer's table for both teams currently. 3:41 remaining in the quarter. Ward to Scott, right of the paint. Her short shot too strong. Rebound is loose, recovered by Ward. Firebirds will have another possession. With 3:30 left to go in the quarter. Baldwin-Clore to Scott. Back to Baldwin-Clore. No pass look. Left to Stiasna, and she drills another 3. Second 3 for Yanka Stiasna this afternoon. It's 18-4, 14-point margin for UDC. Terrific first quarter, and here's a steal by Baldwin-Clore ahead of the pack. Her layup is good. And it's 24 UDC on top by 16. What a run by the Firebirds. 12-0 spurt to go ahead by 16 points. Timeout called by Lincoln. Their first timeout used this afternoon leaves them with 3 timeouts remaining. Looking like Tiara Good is about to check into the game for UDC as she just threw off her warm-up shirt. These two teams last met way back in 2009, so they are not frequent opponents. UDC won that game at Lincoln at 67-63. That's been the only meeting between these two teams since 2005. Lincoln inbounds, and they are left alone in the backcourt to bring it up. Smith, bounce pass left to Saunders. Now Smith dribbles right, Firebirds still implementing the zone on D. Three-pointer by Saunders off the mark. And the rebound deflected out of bounds. Last touch by UDC, so it will remain Lincoln basketball with 2:44 left in this first quarter. Lions inbound. It's Saunders on top of the arc. Swings left to Davis. Now the pass down low, intended for Bledsoe, picked up. The Firebirds force another turnover. Turnovers have been an issue all afternoon thus far for Lincoln. Stiasna on top of the arc. Swings near side to good. And we got a whistle. Foul away from the basketball. The fourth team foul on Lincoln. Sub in for the Lions. Lene Kimball checks into the game. She replaces Jida Davis. Firebirds inbound. Here's Baldwin Calor. Gets it on top of the arc to Calhoun. She feeds Stiasna in the paint. Double team. Bounce pass to Calhoun. Coming into the lane. Her first attempt no good. Gets her own rebound. Put back too strong. And the rebound rolls out of bounds. And we also have a foul committed by UDC as Firebirds will make a substitution. We'll see Maya Wynn check into the game for the first time, replacing Tatiana Calhoun. It was Deanna Tunstall who got called for the foul. She also recently checked in for UDC. Just 2 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. 20-4 Firebirds on top. The foul down low goes against UDC. That was Lene Kimball driving right in the lane for Lincoln. She will head to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. Tatiana Calhoun awaits to check back in for UDC. Kimball. It is Stiasna who checks out of the game for the Firebirds. Calhoun in for her. Second free throw is good. So it's a 20-5 ball game, 1:55 remaining in this first quarter of play. Baldwin Calor. Pass on top of the arc to Calhoun. Fires a pass into the paint for a good. She can't hold on, but it's recovered by both teams. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Firebirds. Clock stops with 1:41 remaining in the quarter. It is Baldwin Calor who will inbound from the front court baseline. She gets it into good. Good. Back to Baldwin Calor. Over to good. She lobs a pass down low to Calhoun, who spins in the lane. 7 on the shot clock. Puts up the hook shot and hits. And it's now 22-5. Largest lead of the afternoon for the Firebirds. It's by 17 points. Pass intended for Kimball, deflected into the backcourt by Baldwin Calor. She already has one steal on the afternoon. Now pass in the paint. That's intercepted by Wynn. So another Lincoln turnover. They seem out of sorts on offense. Just 5 points in the quarter compared to 22 for UDC. Exactly a minute remaining in the quarter. Good. On top of the arc to Calhoun. She fires a pass off to Baldwin Calor. She drives in lane. Now cross court to Good. Good. Dribbles right. Dishes off to Baldwin Calor. 6 on the shot clock. She has it stripped away. The foul committed by Baldwin Calor. That will be the Firebirds' 6th foul of the quarter. So free throws coming up. With the new quarter system in play, once a team gets to 5 fouls, it's 2 shots the rest of the way. And so 2 shots coming up for Lene Kimball. Or pardon me, this is Courtney Smith, 5'3" senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She rattles home the first. She attended Nicollet High School. She's 3rd on the team in scoring, averaging 11.3 points per game. Shooting 68% from the free throw line. She's good on the second. Kimball on top of the arc. This is right to Pendleton. A one-handed shot rims out. Recovered by Baldwin Calor. 21 seconds remains in this first quarter of play. Calhoun. Dishes left to Good. Good. To Baldwin Calor. 8 on the clock. Shot clock has been turned off. They get a carry called on Baldwin Calor. So for UDC, that is turnover number 7, 2 fewer than Lincoln. Lions have 9 in this first quarter of play. 5 seconds left. Kimball into the front court. Tries a pass that's deflected. Now 3-point shot way off the mark by Deja Taylor. That's not her range. Her first 3-pointer attempted this season. Way off the mark. So what a first quarter of play for UDC. They race out to a 22-7 lead after 1 quarter. Folks, UDC Athletics would like to invite you to join Firebirds Forever, the booster club for athletics. To give to athletics and receive more details about Firebirds Forever, visit www.udcfirebirds.com. Click the Support Athletics tab on the main page. Firebirds Forever membership forms are also available in the lobby of the sports complex. Thank you for your support of UDC Athletics and Firebirds Forever. And folks, be sure to follow UDC Athletics on Facebook, Twitter at UDC Firebird Fans, and on YouTube at UDC Athletics 1. After 1 quarter of play, UDC shooting 60% from the field and 80% from 3-point range. They are 4 of 5 from downtown. Lincoln just 1 of 11 from the field, 0 for 6 from deep. Leading scorer for UDC with 8 points is Yanka Stiasna, already above her season average of 6.3 points per game. Meanwhile, Saunders, Smith, and Gaines each have 2 for Lincoln. It is Lincoln basketball. Again, they're wearing the blue, going right to left across your screen. On top of the arc, Kimball drives, dishes wide, 3 from Smith. That's a deep 3, and she's way off the mark. Long rebound recovered by the Lions. Kimball drives to the free throw line, then takes it back out, and we have a whistle and stoppage in play. 2 referees huddling up to discuss something. And wonder if it's a shot clock issue. They're putting 17 on the shot clock, as I guess that shot at 3-pointer never did hit rim. So it'll be Clark to inbound. She gets it in to Kimball. Kimball feeds down low. It's Taylor trying for the layup. Didn't get a good look at it and misses it as a result. Rebound to the Firebirds. Mila Somerville into the game for the first time. Brings it into the front court. Dribbles left, then dishes right to Calhoun. She swings right to Good. Screen set by Calhoun. Good now picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Hands off to Scott. Scott with 10 on the shot clock. Feeds Somerville. Somerville drives to the elbow. Feeds down low to Scott, who's fouled on the attempt from the right side. So that will stop the clock with 9:09 remaining here in the second quarter of play. And Iman Scott will head to the free throw line. Iman Scott, the native of Hagerstown, Maryland, where she attended North Hagerstown High School. She's a 5'11 senior, and she is good on the first attempt, shooting 77% from the free throw line this season. She's averaging 14.3 points per game, second most on the team. She now has 6 points tonight. Make that 7. She hits them both. And UDC matching its largest lead of 17. Kimball, pass down low, tipped away, but recovered. I believe that is Jada Davis who recovered and put in the layup from the left side. Somerville into the front court. Goes right. Tries to pass left to Good. It's picked off. All alone is Clark ahead of Good, and she'll put in the layup from the left side. Makes it 24-11. 8:34 to go here in the second quarter of play. Somerville into the front court. Dribbles left. Pump makes the pass right. Got it to Calhoun, who feeds down low. Risky pass to Wynn. And Wynn, who was double teamed, called for the travel. An ill-advised pass there, as Taj Baldwin-Calor now comes back into the game, replacing Mila Somerville. 8:20 remaining. It's a 13-point game, 24-11, UDC on top. Smith to Kimball, back to Smith, now down low. Taylor goes up for the layup from the right side, is partially deflected, no good. Rebound swatted out of bounds. It will remain Lincoln basketball. Head coach for UDC, Dwayne Burrows, in his first year. Standing up by the UDC bench, hands on his head, can't believe the call. Firebirds with the rebound. It's a battle of two first-year head coaches. 7:53 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Eli Pearlstein with you here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Baldwin-Calor, bounce pass into the paint. It's kicked away, no call. And here come the Lions. Smith speeding past a number of defenders, puts up a runner from right of the paint and draws the foul. Clock stops with 7:38 left. And Courtney Smith will head to the free throw line. Smith with just 2 points on the night. Knocks home the first free throw. Make it a 24-12 game. Lincoln now 6 of 9 from the line. Make that 7 of 10. So the lead is down to 11 with 7:37 remaining in the quarter. Again, the first meeting between these two teams since 2009. Not frequent opponents. They're putting on a good show tonight. Bounce pass from Scott intended for good. Goes out of bounds. And now the leading scorer for the Firebirds this afternoon, Yanka Stiasna, checks back into the game. She replaces Maya Wynn. So the majority of the starters back out there for UDC, with the exception of Good. She's the lone bench player still out there for the woman in gold. Smith, far side. Bounce pass left to Clark. Now near side for Kimball. She fires up the three and connects. And it's 24-16. So lead down to single digits. First time in a long time. Firebirds raced out to a 22-4 cushion. Yasna, the three-pointer is blocked. Goes down into the arms of Kimball, and she's swatted to the ground. Second team foul the half for the Firebirds. So it's Lincoln possession on the floor. Kimball into the front court. She did not start, but has been playing the majority of the point guard this half for Lincoln. Now Clark drives. Her underhand shot, not strong enough. Goes into the hands of Taylor, and she's fouled on the layup attempt. Wayne Burrows furious with that call. So it's Deja Taylor, a junior, 6-foot junior from Nanuet, New York, headed to the free throw line. She has not shot a free throw all season. So this is her first attempt. And she connects. So a team that came in shooting just 55% from the free throw line is shooting 8 of 11 this afternoon, above 70%. Taylor hits them both, and the lead is way down to 6. The score after one quarter, 22-7. It was a 22-4 lead at one point. It's been all Lincoln here in the second quarter. It's scoring the Firebirds 11-2. 6:15 to go here in the second. Ward swings it near side to Calhoun. She hands off to Baldwin-Calor. She drives left of the lane, puts in an underhand shot, and gets the finger roll to fall. Nice move by Baldwin-Calor. Baldwin-Calor, the leading scorer on the season for UDC. She was a member of the All-ECC Honorable Mention team a year ago. And she hits the free throw to complete the and one. 27-18, 9-point lead. 6:02 remaining in the half. Taylor, double team. Got it out quickly to Smith above the arc for three. She rattles it in. And it's 27-21. Lincoln now 2 of 9 from downtown in the half. 5:42 left here in the second quarter. Ward, guarded by Kimball, far side, gets it to Stiazna on top of the arc. Back to Ward. She drives to the elbow, dishes off to Stiazna, hands off to Baldwin-Calor for three, and she answers. The triple makes it 30-21. And we have a timeout called by UDC, team's first timeout of the ball game. This will be a 30-second timeout. Folks, this is one of 5 total games this afternoon involving East Coast Conference teams. Elsewhere on the schedule, we have one final. Mercy, a winner at home this afternoon over Chestnut Hill, 77-66. With 9:10 remaining in the fourth quarter, St. Thomas Aquinas leads at home over LIU Post. Other games still to come this afternoon. American International takes on Queens, the battle of unbeatens in New York. That game tips off at 3:30, and at 5:30 p.m., Roberts Wesleyan, another unbeaten team in the region and in the conference, takes on SUNY Genesco as part of the Wendy's College Classic. Again, that game tips off at 5:30 p.m. Out on the court for UDC will be Good, Calhoun, Baldwin-Calor, Ward, and Stiazna. For Lincoln, it's Clark, Smith, Pendleton, Taylor, and Kimball to inbound. Kimball gets it into Smith. Who hands off right back to Kimball. Firebirds in his own D. Bounce pass into the paint to Clark. He works it back out. Now Smith will drive, met by a double team. Pass, tries to pass over it. Pass was deflected. Ball loose in the paint. Recovered by the Lions. Pendleton kicks it out to Clark. Now Kimball on top of the arc. Bounce pass. Layup. Too strong. Taylor with the rebound and putback is good. Makes it 30-23 with 4:50 remaining. Baldwin-Calor will work it up into the front court for UDC. Stiazna receives the pass atop the arc. Dishes off to Good. Looked like she was hacked on the arm. No call. Now Ward is whistled for the travel. Sub in for UDC. Maya Wynn checks in, replacing Yanka Stiazna. Stiazna, again, missed the first 3 games for UDC this season, so might still be trying to get back into full game conditioning. Cross-court pass into the hands of Smith. Bounce pass down low. Layup by Pendleton, no good, but a rebound and putback good by Taylor. Taylor making her presence felt. A number of offensive rebounds for the 6-foot junior. She now has 8 points. 5-point game. Lead is as small as it's been since early in the first quarter. A steal by the Lions. They've got numbers. Pendleton ahead of the pack, and she gets the layup from the right side. Count it and the foul. So a chance at a 3-point play and a chance to make it a 2-point game for Tiara Pendleton. Isla Somerville will check back into the game for UDC, facing Ariel Ward. Also into the game, Jaslyn Rollins for the first time. Free throw is up, but too strong. So it remains a 3-point game, 30-27, 3:45 to go. here in the second quarter of play. Baldwin-Callore into the front court. Dribbling in front of the Lions bench. Fires a pass to Good. Top of the arc. She launches a three. It's off the mark, but an offensive rebound for UDC. Now Baldwin-Callore feeds into the baseline for Wynn. Her short shot. Short, but another offensive board for the Firebirds. Rollins dishes off to Somerville. 16 on the shot clock. Picks up her dribble, hands off back to Rollins. Again, Somerville. Bounce pass down low. Wynn into the paint. She gets fouled as she took one dribble, turned into the lane, and put up the short shot. Right now, the rebounding battle dead even. Each team with 14 total boards. So 9 for Lincoln have been on the offensive end. Wynn hits the first free throw. She's a perfect 6 of 6 now from the free throw line this season. The sophomore from Bear, Delaware, averaging 1.8 points per game this year off the bench. Too strong on the second attempt. Firebirds first miss from the free throw line this afternoon. Double teamed in the far corner is Smith. She just flung it off the leg of Good out of bounds to retain possession. 23 on the shot clock, 2:53 remaining on the first half game clock. Smith to inbound, gets it into Kimball. Kimball drives, no look pass, out to Pendleton, the three, off the back rim, rebound to the Firebirds. And Somerville into the front court, dishes off to Baldwin-Callore. Calls for Rollins to come receive a pass, which she does. Then works it far side to Good. Rollins sets the screen. Good drives, puts up a runner, doesn't have the touch. Rebound is loose, recovered by Good. And we'll have a jump ball called for. It looked like Good had taken away possession and got wrapped across the arm. But the Lions are the beneficiary of the call. Possession arrow was with the Firebirds, so they inbound. Now Baldwin-Callore in the paint. The hook shot, somehow she gets it to fall. Not the prettiest of looks. But Baldwin-Callore puts it in to make it 33-27. 2:04 left. Shot from the free throw line. Good by Pendleton. The Baltimore, Maryland native. Again makes it a 4-point game. Firebirds were up by as many as 18 in this contest. Lead by just 4. And we have a reach-in foul called on the Lions, stopping the clock with 1:48 remaining in the half. That's the team's 4th foul of the quarter. Both teams with 4 fouls in the quarter. Sub in for Lincoln. It's Lisa Saunders who checks back in. Baldwin-Callore gets the inbounds pass. Bounce pass to Rollins. Rollins works away in the paint. Puts up the right-handed shot and hits. Makes it 35-29 with 1:31 remaining. Kimball. Bounce pass right to Clark. Back to Kimball. Now near side for Smith. Kimball again. Dribbles right. Drives right lane. Goes up with the underhand shot. Nowhere near the rim. The air ball recovered by Taylor, and then her pass picked off. Here come the Firebirds, 2-on-2. Somerville back to Baldwin-Callore. She misses the layup, gets her own rebound, and is fouled from behind. Somerville maybe should have taken the shot herself. I think Baldwin-Callore was expecting that, wasn't expecting the pass back. And that threw her off just a bit on that layup attempt, but she was able to gather herself, get the rebound off her own miss. Now she sinks the first free throw. Gets them both. Make it 37-39. A minute exactly remaining in the half. Kimball on top of the arc. Bounce pass left to Saunders. She launches the three. Too strong, but an offensive board by the smallest player on the court, Courtney Smith. Burr and Clark. Two smallest players on the court for Lincoln. Taylor goes up with the lay, has it blocked by Wynn. The Firebirds recover the loose ball. 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock as we are down to 25 seconds remaining in the half. Baldwin Calor dishes off to Somerville. Somerville dribbles left, then passes back to Good, and they get a traveling violation called. I believe that was on Somerville. So now shot clock turned off, and Lincoln can hold for the final possession of the half. 8-point game. Tremendous first quarter by UDC. It's been the second quarter that has favored Lincoln. To make this game interesting once again. 5 seconds left. Saunders the three, and she drills it. And that will do it for the half. Lincoln outscoring UDC 25-15 here in the second quarter after the Firebirds dominated the first quarter 22-7. So a tale of two quarters, and at the end of one half of play, Firebirds by 5, trying to move over the 500 mark. Folks, I'm going to step away from the mic for about 6 or 7 minutes. I'll come back and tell you about the first half statistics. You're watching UDC Firebirds women's basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein back with you here on the Fireworks Sports Broadcast Network. At the half, the UDC women's basketball team leads the women's basketball team from Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, 37-32. Let's take a look at the individual stats from the first half of play. We'll begin with your UDC Firebirds. We're led in scoring by Taj Baldwin-Kalor. She was 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from deep, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. For 15 points, she had a tie for the team lead in rebounds with 3 assists, 5 turnovers, 3 steals, played 18 minutes. Second on the team with 8 points was Yanka Stiasna in her 4th game with UDC this season. She was 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point range, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, played 11 minutes. Iman Scott followed her with 7 points. Scott was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, played 11 minutes. Then 3 different Firebirds put in 2 points in the half. Those would be Tatiana Calhoun, Ariel Ward, and Jasmine Rollins. Tatiana Calhoun, 1 of 3 from the field, tied with Baldwin-Kalor and Maya Lynn for the team lead in rebounds with 3. She had 1 block, 2 steals, played 16 minutes. Ward, perfect 1 of 1 from the field, had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, played 10 minutes. And Rollins, 1 of 1 from the field, had 1 rebound, played 4 minutes. The only other player to score in the half for UDC was Maya Witt, who was 0 for 1 from the field, but 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Again, her 3 rebounds tied for the team lead. Had 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 1 steal, played 9 minutes. The 3 Firebirds who played but did not score were Mila Somerville, Deanna Tunstall, and Kiara Good. Somerville and Tunstall did not attempt a field goal, while Good was 0 for 2. Firebirds as a team were 13 of 24 from the field in the first half. That's 54.2%. They were 5 of 8 from 3. That's 62.5%. And they were 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 85.7%. So all the shooting numbers very good for the Firebirds in that half. Lincoln University, on the other hand, as a team, shot 10 of 32 from the field. That's 31.3%. They were 3 of 11 from 3. That's 27.3%. They were 9 of 13 from the free throw line, 69.2%. They were led in scoring by Courtney Smith. Smith was 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 steals, played all 20 minutes. Right behind her with 6 points in the half was Kira Pendleton. Pendleton, 3 of 7 from the field, 0 for 1 from the free throw line, had 3 rebounds, 6 points, 2 turnovers, played 16 minutes. Finishing with 5 points in the half was Lisa Saunders. She was 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. She had 1 steal in 11 minutes. Pardon me, folks. Also finishing the half with 6 points was Deja Taylor. Taylor, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She led the team with 5 rebounds, had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, and 1 steal in 11 minutes. Finishing the half with 4 points, Lene Kimball was 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, played 12 minutes. Then both Niana Gaines and Amani Clark put in 2 points apiece in the half. Gaines 0 for 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, 1 turnover in 5 minutes. Clark 1 of 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, played 16 minutes. There were 3 players for Lincoln who played but did not score. Those would be L'Oreal Bledsoe, Daida Davis, and Zilevka Blaga Rocha. But none of those players even attempted a field goal. Other stats of note from the first half of play. Lincoln finished with 4 assists, 10 turnovers, compared to the Firebirds' 9 assists and 14 turnovers. 3 blocks for the Firebirds, 1 for the Lions, 6 steals for the Lions, 7 for UDC. UDC had the rebounding edge in terms of total rebounds by 1 over Lincoln. However, the Lions had 11 offensive boards, just 12 defensive rebounds for UDC. Firebirds 6 offensive rebounds compared to 6 defensive rebounds for the Lions. Fouls-wise, just 1 player with 2 personals for Lincoln, and no one with 3. The one with 2 was Tara Pendleton. For UDC, they had 4 players who picked up 2 personals in the half. Those would be Iman Scott, Yanka Stiazna, Tatiana Calhoun, and Taj Baldwin-Kalor. No one with more than 2 personals for UDC either. Our officials this afternoon are David McAndrew, Helena Small, and Alex Leap. Largest lead for UDC by 17 points. That was with 1:31 remaining in the first quarter. Largest lead for Lincoln was by 2. And that came at the very start of the game when they led to nothing. Lincoln only led for 10 minutes and a half. Firebirds led for 17:28 of the first half. So it's a game dominated by UDC, mostly because of their shooting numbers. Again, field goal, 3-point percentage, free throws all way above 50%. While for Lincoln, only free throw percentage above 50%. They've been battling hard on the boards to keep within striking distance. 5-point game at the half, and it looks like for UDC out on the court to start this second half, it'll be Baldwin-Kalor, Good, Stiazna, Iman Scott, and Tatiana Calhoun. It'll be Lincoln that will start off with the basketball. Smith inbounds, gets it into Kimball. Kimball works against Good. Firebirds in man-to-man D. Clark drives. Dishes off to Kimball. She takes it to top of the arc. Now fires a pass into the paint for Taylor, who spins around Stiazna and scores the layup from the right side. Taylor's been quite a spark plug off the bench for this Lions team. She gets rewarded with the start of the second half being in there. So it's a 3-point game, 37-34, 9:22 remaining. Scott tries to fire cross-court to Baldwin-Kalor, too high for her, and hits the referee, one of the referees, in the head. It's either David McAndrew or Alex Leap. So he got a shot to the noggin, but appears to be okay. And now it's Lions basketball. Kimball will inbound for Lincoln on the court to start this half. Kimball, Smith, Clark, Taylor, and Pendleton. Kimball swings left to Smith. Now Clark drives, splits 2 defenders, her layup too strong. Taylor with another offensive board, and she's fouled on the putback attempt. Taylor's been a beast on the boards for Lincoln this afternoon. I mentioned 11 offensive rebounds in that first half for Lincoln. 4 of them coming from Deja Taylor. Taylor now leads the way with 8 points in the game for Lincoln, but she cannot connect on the first free throw. 2 of 3 now from the free throw line this afternoon. 8:55 remaining in this third quarter of play. Second free throw is in, and it's a 2-point game, 37-35, 8:55 remaining. Baldwin-Kalor left alone in the backcourt to work it up for the Firebirds. Swings the pass left to Stiazna. He dishes left to Good, sets a screen for Good. He dribbles right, then dishes right into the corner for Scott. Scott's pass intended for Calhoun, I believe, in the paint. Deflected out of bounds. It stays UDC possession. 8:39 remaining in the third quarter. Baldwin Calor, leading scorer for UDC, inbounds. Gets it back in the corner. Couldn't handle the pass cleanly. Now Calhoun down low with 8 on the shot clock. Goes up for a layup and had it partially deflected. Didn't get near the rim. So here come the Lions. Kimball into the front court. With 8:20 to go in the quarter. This is right to Clark. Back to Kimball. Now left. Smith splits the double team. Puts up a bank shot and gets it to go. And we are tied for the first time since early in the first quarter. Lincoln trailed by as many as 17, have clawed all the way back. Diazna to Baldwin Calor. She drives baseline. Has the ball poked away, recovered by Good. Back to Baldwin Calor. She takes it to the top of the arc, now drives left of the lane, gets fouled on a layup attempt, stopping the clock with 7:44 to go in the quarter. Firebirds were able to build their huge lead in the first quarter thanks to great transition play. They forced a number of turnovers early on, led to a lot of fast break points. Calhoun makes the first free throw to give UDC the lead again. Firebirds, 16 points total off turnovers. But they haven't been able to get the transition points of late like they did early, and that's why Lincoln has been able to claw back. Once they stopped turning the ball over, they were able to get into their offense and start making some field goals. They're down by 2, 39-37. Pendleton, the mid-range jumper off the mark. Another offensive board by Taylor, and the putback is good, and the foul. So we're tied at 39. Now a chance for Lincoln to take their first lead since it was 2-0 early in the first quarter. Jaslyn Rollins checks into the game for UDC, replacing Yankas Diazna. Rollins transferred to UDC from Columbus State Community College prior to this season. Taylor too strong in the free throw attempt, but an offensive board by Pendleton, and she gets the layup. Dwayne Burrows has got to be furious about the offensive rebounding for Lincoln right now. No boxing out on that missed free throw. They were handed a gift, and Lincoln took advantage. So Lincoln now up by 2. Chance to make it a 3-point game, but Pendleton can't hit the free throw. Free throws a struggle for this Lincoln team all season heading into this afternoon's affair. Baldwin Galore dribbles right, dishes left to Rollins. Now finds Good. Cutting to the hoop. Her layup too strong, but win there for the offensive board. And we have an over-the-back foul called on the Lions. Give UDC the basketball at the front court baseline. Baldwin Calor will inbound. Deanna Tunstall checks into the game for UDC. Here's Good on top of the arc. Bounce pass left to Baldwin Calor. She drives, kicks wide to Rollins. Rollins, a step inside the arc, kicks back to Baldwin Calor for 3. Misses off the front iron, but another offensive board for the Firebirds. 6:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Baldwin Calor takes it to the elbow. This is wide to Good. Good drives. Finds Tunstall. Deep 2, short. Rebound hauled down by Pendleton for the Lions. Kimball into the front court. Fires cross court. Deep 3. No good by Smith, but Clark soars in for the offensive board. Another offensive rebound by one of the smallest players on the team. And Clark, though she is averaging nearly 7 rebounds per game, so a good rebounder from the guard position. Clark pump fakes, drives baseline, could not quite get around Wynn, but was able to hand it off to Taylor. And now we have a jump ball as Rollins and Pendleton battled for the rebound. Possession arrow favoring the Firebirds. Sub in for Lincoln. Lisa Saunders checks in, replacing Lene Kimball. Just picked up her 3rd personal foul. I guess that was called a foul, not a jump ball. One of the referees was signaling jump ball, but then the foul was committed. So it's UDC basketball. Baldwin Calor dribbles to the left elbow, hands off to Good. Good. Back to Baldwin Calor. The three from the corner is good. And UDC retakes the lead by 1, 42-41. 5:36 remaining. Smith, near side to Saunders. She works it around the perimeter. Into the hands of Clark. Tries to feed into the paint. And now we have a jump ball. And this time possession arrow favors Lincoln. Clock stops with 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. It will be Smith to inbound for the Lions. She gets it into Pendleton, who's passed to the top of the arc, picked off by Tunstall. Tunstall fires cross court to Baldwin Calor. She drives in the lane and has her pocket picked by Smith. Ahead of the pack the other way. She gets the soft touch on the finger roll lay-in. And it's a 1-point game, 43-42. Lions on top, exactly 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Next dead ball means a TV timeout. Here's Rollins, handing off to Tunstall on top of the arc. She dishes left to Good. Good has Wynn posting up. Doesn't feel comfortable feeding to her. Instead, she drives baseline. Now double teamed. Has the ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay a UDC possession, but with just 5 seconds on the shot clock. And as that is the first dead ball, we'll have a media timeout. Firebirds trailing by 1, 43-42. Well, folks, I've mentioned the name Courtney Smith a lot today for Lincoln. She came in third on the team in scoring, averaging 11.3 points per game. And coming into the season, she came in with 734 career points. Currently ranked 5th, or coming into the season at least was ranked 5th on the all-time scoring list for Lincoln University. So she could be reaching the 1,000-point mark this season for the Lions. This is a Lincoln team that returned 11 players from last year's squad that made it to the conference tournament championship game. They tied for first in the CIA Northern Division regular season last year. Final record was 22-9 a year ago. Firebirds inbound. Baldwin Calor gets it into Good. Good. The deep three rattles out. She had to heave it up. Remember, the shot clock was at 5 when they inbound the ball. Back the other way in transition. The layup is good. The reverse and one. Amani Clark with the bucket, and she'll head to the free throw line. Came into this game a 52% free throw shooter. Clark now with 4 points on the night. She's 0 for 2 from the free throw line this afternoon. Too strong on the attempt. So it remains a 3-point game, 45-42. 4:23 to go here in the third quarter. Folks, UDC led by as many as 17 points in this game. They controlled the game for the vast majority of the first half. But Lincoln able to claw all the way back. Baldwin Calor hands off to Tunstall. Now feed to Good, who finds Rollins at the free throw line, next the jumper. And it's a 1-point game, 45-44. 3:57 to go. Smith dribbling between the circles, and we have a foul away from the basketball. Stopping the clock with 3:52 left in the quarter. Foul is called on UDC. Team's 5th foul. Again, folks, 5 fouls means 2 free throws the rest of the way. So it will be Lisa Saunders to shoot a pair. Saunders this afternoon with 5 points. Can't connect on the first attempt. She's 0 for 1 from the free throw line as this is her first trip. 2 for 6 from the field this afternoon. As a team, Lincoln now 10 of 18 from the free throw line. Second one rims out. So it remains 45-44. Lincoln returning to what they've done all season from the free throw line, which is shooting just over 50%. Tunstall drives into the lane. Her runner is good. Nice touch. Nice soft touch by Gianna Tunstall, who missed all of last season due to injury. Clark, far side. Dribbles right. And dishes right to Smith. Smith over to Saunders. The three way off the mark. That's an air ball. Will be UDC possession. It's been a back and forth quarter. Firebirds led by 5 at the break. Here in the third quarter, they've been outscored 13-9 thus far. Baldwin Calor takes it to the left elbow, hands off to Good. Good runs a weave with Maya Lynn setting the screen. Now Baldwin Calor has it again on top of the arc. Back to Good, 10 on the shot clock. She has the ball poked away from her out of bounds. The Firebirds will inbound from the front court baseline with 9 on the shot clock, 2:45 on the third quarter game clock. Baldwin Calor gets it into Good. Dish is left to Tunstall. Now Baldwin Calor drives baseline, tried to fire it off the foot of Viveka Wabarosha. But her plan did not work out. Now the three from Saunders off the mark. And it'll be UDC basketball. Baldwin Calor has to adjust her shoelace. Fortunately, the Firebirds got the ball in bounds before she bent down to adjust. Looks like the equipment problem is taken care of. 14 seconds left on the shot clock, however. Baldwin Calor has Rollins set a screen. Defense swarming her. She drives in the lane and is called for a double dribble. So Firebirds turn it over. That's 18 turnovers now for UDC, compared to just 11 for Lincoln. So the story here in the second half, far more UDC turnovers than Lincoln turnovers. That was, of course, the story in the first quarter. Mid-range jumper is good. It's now 47-46, Lincoln on top. The first quarter, the way the Firebirds built their substantial lead was taking advantage of Lincoln turnovers. Tides have turned here in the second half. Rollins feeds to Tunstall. Back to Rollins. She drives. Hands off to Baldwin Calor. The shot from the left elbow misses short. Trying to save it in bounds was Clark. She did save it in bounds, but to the wrong team. Good, wide open for 3. Cannot connect. And rebound to the Lions. Just a minute 15 remaining here in the third quarter. Number of players for UDC sitting on the bench in foul trouble right now. Wabarosha can't hit the mid-range shot. Saunders the long rebound, now down low. The spinning hook shot, too strong by Gaines. Rebound to the Firebirds. Under a minute remaining. Baldwin Calor into the front court. Drives to the free throw line, and she gets the ball wrapped up. Jump ball possession arrow favoring UDC. So stays Firebirds possession. The defense has really picked up for Lincoln University late here in this third quarter. And that's been the difference why Lincoln has been able to battle back and forth here with the Firebirds for the lead. Lincoln came into this game 4-2 on the season. Tied for second in the CIAA Northern Division. Firebirds tied for 5th in the ECC standings. Bounce pass to Win. He got it to Good. Loose ball recovered by UDC. Baldwin-Calour will back it out. Fires to Tunstall. 3 on the shot clock. She has to put up a shot. It's blocked. And now shot clock turned off as Lincoln can hold for the final possession and try and increase their lead to 3 or even 4. 14 on the clock. Smith picked up her dribble, gets a pass off to Clark. Clark, 7 on the clock. Has defender right in her face, dishes off to Saunders for 3. No good. And that's how the quarter will end. So after 3 quarters of play, we've got a close one here at the UDC Sports Complex as the Firebirds trail by 1. It's 47-46 in favor of the Lions. All those turnovers the Firebirds had in the third quarter, they now have 18 compared to just 11 for Lincoln. At one point, I think it was actually after the first quarter of play, Lincoln had 9 turnovers compared to 7 for the Firebirds. So Lincoln, just 2 turnovers since the end of the first quarter. Big reason why they've been able to stem the tide of the UDC momentum and turn the tables and actually take the lead by 1. Total 23 points off turnovers for Lincoln, just 16 for UDC. Firebirds still shooting better from the field, 45.7% compared to 34.7%. UDC 6 of 11 from 3-point range. That's 54.5% compared to the Lions shooting 3 of 14. That's 21.4%. Firebirds better from the free throw line, but have not been there nearly as much. Firebirds shooting 88.9%, but have been to the line just 9 times. Lincoln 10 of 20 from the free throw strike. Out on the court for UDC to start this half. Stiasna back in, joining Good, Baldwin-Calour, Tunstall, and Tatiana Calhoun. Clark settles for 3. That was halfway home before falling out. Rebound controlled by Calhoun. Stiasna playing with 3 fouls, as is Calhoun for the Firebirds. Tunstall, the 3 near side, she drains it. Deanna Tunstall, who's averaging less than a point per game, nets her first 3-pointer of the season to make it 49-47. 9:19 to go in the game, and now a travel violation. Call them on Pendleton. Turnover number 12 this afternoon for Lincoln. Baldwin-Calour inbounds to Good. They're left alone to bring it into the front court. Baldwin-Calour still leading the way in points for UDC. She now has 20. Thought about the 3 from the corner, decides otherwise, and the kick ball called on the Lions, stopping the clock with 9:03 remaining. Baldwin-Calour gets it into Tunstall. She hands off to Baldwin-Calour. Screen set by Calhoun. Baldwin-Calour hands off to Stiasna. Foot on the line. Or no, they counted a 3, pardon me. So 3-pointer makes it 52-47. And UDC gets the steal. So Firebirds now with a little bit of momentum on their side have built the lead to 5. Now that 2 of their starters are back on the court, they had to sit a majority of that third quarter. Bounce pass intended for Calhoun is deflected out of bounds. And it was Calhoun who was the last to touch it, trying to save it in. So it's Lions basketball, 8:22 to go in the game. Again, first meeting between these two teams since 2009. It's been quite a while. Taylor kicks out wide to Saunders, the 3. She nets it, and it's back down to a 2-point game. Saunders hits her second 3 of the night. Now has 8 points. Smith and Taylor tied for the team lead with 11 for the Lions. Baldwin-Calour, pass down low to Good. Stiasna thinks about the 3, fires, and comes up short. Calhoun battling for the board. We got a foul called on Lincoln. So it's UDC basketball. Foul called on Deja Taylor, her second personal. Team's first. Stiasna gets the inbound pass, pump fakes the three. Fires the pass to Tunstall. Now down low, Calhoun backing down her defenders. Spins, has her shot blocked. Recovered by Tunstall. Her shot too high off the glass. Rebound to the Lions. In transition, Kimball can't hit the short jumper. Rebound is loose on the floor. And we got a timeout called by Lincoln. Full timeout by Lincoln University. Stopping the clock with 7:23 remaining. Well, you see the presence of Stiasna and Tatiana Calhoun in the lineup for UDC, providing spark here to start the fourth quarter for UDC. But that three-pointer by Saunders was huge, as she was able to answer the three by Stiasna and, again, make it really anyone's ball game. A two-point affair with 7:23 remaining. Folks, here's another score update for you from around the East Coast Conference, as one other game has gone final in a clash between two ECC teams. St. Thomas Aquinas, a winner at home over LIU Post, 48-41. I mentioned that Mercy, a winner earlier over Chestnut Hill, 77-66. LIU Post and St. Thomas Aquinas now each 1-1 in conference play this year. No score update yet from American International and Queens. That game doesn't tip off for about 11 minutes at 3:30. Back underway. Lions basketball, and get a blocking foul called on Stiasna. That'll be her fourth personal. And is head coach Dwayne Burrows going to keep her in there? That's the big question. 7:16, all that's left. Saunders inbounds. Gets it to Pendleton, who is tripped up. And it looks like it's a tripping foul on UDC. Team's second foul of the quarter. It's called on Tiara Good, and we'll have an injury stoppage in play. One of the assistant coaches for Lincoln out checking on the player who is down. Again, I believe that is Tira Pendleton. They got tripped up and sort of fell head first onto the floor. She's rubbing her eyes and says she's okay to get up. Getting a nice round of applause from the folks in attendance here at the UDC Sports Complex. Folks, a reminder, the UDC men will be on the court tomorrow afternoon. They picked up their first win of the season in their last home game. So now trying to make it a two-game home winning streak. They host Apprentice School tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can see the game live here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. It is Smith to inbound for the Lions. Heaves it into Kimball. Kimball dishes off to Saunders. Now Taylor in the paint, attacking against Wynn, and she has her shot swatted out of bounds. Maya Wynn with the nice deflection. 23 remaining on the shot clock for the Lions. Smith again to inbound. And her inbounds pass tipped by Tunstall. She's able to recover, but stepped on the near sideline. So Lions will get it right back. Shot clock is still at 23. I think they've got to adjust that. Now the two referees will discuss. I guess the question is whether Tunstall had possession. If she did, then it would be a new shot clock. And they're saying no new shot clock, so it's 21 seconds now on the shot clock. I guess Tunstall never established possession. But good deflection. Get them out of their offense. In the paint, Clark with the runner. Won't go. Rebound to the Firebirds. 6:48 remaining in the contest. Good into the front court. Handling the rock. Dishes off to Baldwin Calor. She dribbles towards the UDC bench along the far sideline. Now we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Will go against Deja Taylor. The team's second foul of the quarter. Her third personal. Will be Baldwin Calorda inbound from the front court baseline. Gets it into Tunstall. Back to Baldwin Calor. She feeds Wynn down low. Wynn, the short jumper from the baseline, too strong. Offensive rebound to the Firebirds. Wynn now has it at the free throw line. Works it into the corners. Tunstall for three. This one off the mark. Off the back iron. And another offensive rebound for UDC. It's Calhoun doing work down low on the boards. Now UDC will use some clock. Up by 2. It's 52-50. Firebirds in front. Good. Feeds Tunstall down low, and we have a jump ball. A foul is called on the Lions. Team's third. Second personal against Courtney Smith. Saunders will check out of the game for Lincoln. Inbounds pass deflected, broken up by Clark, and she comes away with it. Now drives right to the lane. Her runner too strong off the glass. And we have a whistle on the loose ball. Foul goes against UDC. And it was on the putback attempt. So it'll be Vevka Barbarossa at the line to shoot a pair. First free throw attempt, too strong. Fire free throws continue to plague this Lions team. They're now 10 of 21, under 50%. Started off strong. Here in the second half, they've been horrible from the line. She gets the second to rattle home. Barbarossa came in just 2 of 11 from the free throw line. Inbounds pass nearly stolen away. UDC able to recover. And now we have a whistle. It looks like an injured player by the scorer's table. That's Amani Clark, whose right elbow, it looks like, is in some pain. So the Lions getting a little banged up here in the fourth quarter. Both teams will retreat to their respective benches. Amani Clark, a big player for this Lincoln team, came in leading the team in scoring, averaging 14.7 points per game, so she would be a huge loss. Having a bit of an off night tonight with just 4 points, but she's logged a lot of minutes, and she's being helped to the bench. So currently both Clark and Pendleton on the bench with injuries for the Lady Lions. It's a 1-point game. Firebirds on top, 52-51. Saunders back into the game for Lincoln. UDC inbounds. Get the pass just barely into the hands of Baldwin Calor. 5:45 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Eli Pearlstein with you. Appreciate you tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. Good. Bounce pass along the baseline to Baldwin Calor. She feeds Rollins. Now Baldwin Calor drives baseline, puts up a shot, gets the layup and draws the foul. Makes it 54-51, 3-point lead and a chance at a 3-point play for Baldwin Calor. She now has 22 points and she leads all scorers. Baldwin Calor and Stiasna, the only two for UDC, in double digits. With Chantrell Oliver yet to suit up this season for UDC, Baldwin Calor has needed to handle a lot of responsibility offensively for the Firebirds, both from a shooting standpoint and from a ball handling standpoint. That's a 3 connected by Saunders, and it's back to a 1-point game. Third 3 of the game for Lisa Saunders. She's 3 of 9 from distance. Lincoln with 3 players tied for the team lead with 11 points, including Saunders, Smith, and Taylor. Baldwin Calor attacks. That was an ill-advised shot, however. But sometimes she may have to feel like she has to do too much. The 3 from Good off the mark, but Baldwin Calor chases it down the offensive board. He's certainly done a lot this afternoon. Good to Rollins. Back to Baldwin Calor. We'll settle it down with 4:38 remaining. And we have a timeout called by UDC. Dwayne Burrows wants to set something up offensively with 19 on the shot clock. Well, folks, let's begin to take a look at the road ahead for both these teams. And we'll begin with the Lincoln University Lions, who only play 3 total games in the month of December. Pardon me, 4 total games in the month of December. Their next game will be against Johnson C. Smith in Charlotte, North Carolina on December 15th. So they've got a nice long break, I'm assuming. Exam time coming up for both these institutions. So players get to focus on exams. Then we'll take on Johnson C. Smith in Charlotte at 5:30 p.m. on December 15th. They'll also take on Lemoyne College, another non-conference game in Syracuse, New York, on December 19th before the holiday break. For UDC out on the court, Baldwin Calor, Stiasna, Yanka Stiasna, Kiara Good, Tatiana Calhoun. They're missing one. Looks like it'll be Deanna Tunstall. Good inbounds to Baldwin Calor. Again, they've got plenty of time on the shot clock. Baldwin Calor dribbles right, dishes right to Tunstall, and then a travel violation called. I believe it was on Tunstall in the corner. So, timeout wasted by UDC. They set something up, could not convert. And they wind up turning it over for the 21st time this afternoon. Subs in for UDC, Somerville checks in, as well as Maya Wynn. We might have a defensive-offensive situation going on here for UDC with Stiasna and Calhoun both in foul trouble. Shot is short. Taylor with the offensive board. Can't hit. Gets it again, and this time is fouled on the putback attempt. So now a chance for Deja Taylor to tie this game up or potentially give Lincoln the lead. Fourth team foul for the Firebirds in the quarter. Second personal committed by Maya Wynn. Taylor, prior to this afternoon, had not shot a free throw this season. She's short on this attempt. So as I predicted, Calhoun and Stiasna back in. Wynn and Somerville will check out. Taylor had only played in 1 game entering today. The junior from Nanuet, New York, sinks the second. We are tied at 55. 4:18 remaining. Tunstall into the front court. Hands off to Baldwin Calor. Screen set by Calhoun. Baldwin Calor dribbles right, dishes left to Stiasna. Jail hand off to Good, and we have a reach-in foul called on Saunders. Stopping the clock with 4:02 remaining. 5th team foul on Lincoln, so free throws coming up for Tiara Good. A native of Brentwood, New York, 5'10" senior. Tiara Good yet to score tonight. 0 for 6 from the field. This is her first trip to the line. And she sinks the first to give UDC the lead by 1. Maya Wynn and Ariel Ward back into the game for UDC for defensive purposes. Good gets them both. 2 huge free throws to stretch the lead to 2. Lions inbound. Each team with 2 timeouts left. On top of the arc, Barbarossa draws the reach-in foul. That's Tunstall who got her hand in there. 5th UDC foul, so free throws coming up for Ivevka Wabarosha, Milwaukee, Wisconsin native. Attended Pius VI High School. Sinks the first free throw to make it a 1-point game. And It's Diazma and Calhoun back in for offensive purposes for UDC. Second free throw rim is out, so it's a 1-point Firebird advantage. 3:47, all that's left. Baldwin Calor works it into the front court. Dribbles left, dishes right to Stiasna. The three-pointer from straight away. That's short, clinks off the front iron. Rebound tracked down by Wabarosha. 3:30 left. So now a chance for Lincoln to retake the lead. They trailed by as many as 17 in this game. Way back in the first quarter. They had a great job battling back, shoring up their defense, and a limiting number of turnovers. Three-pointer by Saunders. Hand right in her face. Her shot off the mark. Good defense there by UDC. 3:06 remaining. Baldwin Calor will slow down the pace. Try and set up the offense. Series of screens set down low, and we have a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Foul will go against the Lions, and it's the fourth personal on Deja Taylor, so one more on her, and she's out of the game. That would be a huge loss the way she's been playing tonight for the Lions. It's Bianca Stiasna to the line for UDC. Transfer from East Carolina University prior to the season. She sinks the first, now has 12 points on the afternoon. Season high for her. She had 10 in her last game. Makes them both. It's a 3-point game, still one possession affair. 2:53 left. And as Monique Cheek is bringing the ball up court for Lincoln. Got a whistle. It will stay Lincoln basketball. Remember, folks, two players who have played a prominent role in this game for Lincoln, Amani Clark and Kira Pendleton, both on the bench with injuries. Pendleton fell to the ground, hit her head. Clark with an elbow injury. So they are banged up right now. Clark actually back in. Pardon me. Pendleton still out. It's Taylor battling for the rebound. Jump ball is the call, and it's UDC possession. Calhoun and Stiasna back in. Ward and Wynn will take a seat. Sub about to check in for Lincoln as well. Lene Kimball checks in, replacing Monique Cheek. 2:29, all that's remaining. Firebirds looking to move over the 500 mark. Lincoln trying to improve to 5-2 on the year. Firebirds have been over the 500 mark once this season at 2-1. Nice give and go, and the finish by Baldwin Calor. Finally got an open look down low. Don't want to give her too many of those. So it's now a 5-point UDC lead, 61-56. 1:53 left. Clark drives. Baldwin Calor, that was Calhoun who fell to the floor. No whistle. Now wide open for three is Wabarosha. That's off the side of the backboard. Rebound hauled down by Stiasna. 1:35 left. Clock certainly on the Firebird side. Tunstall to Stiasna. No need to foul, however, for Lincoln just yet. Good on top of the arc. Defender right in her face. She dribbles and a reaching foul is called. Stopping the clock with 1:19 left. And coming into this game, Kiara gets 7 of 12 from the line. Both her points tonight have come from the free throw stripe. She sinks the first. 3 huge free throws by Tiara Good. And she gets the second one to fall as well. It's now a 63-56 lead. Firebirds have been money from the line really all afternoon. It's been their saving grace, especially in the second half. The turnovers have mounted up. They did a great job forcing turnovers in the first half, building their big lead. Now a 3 is drained by Clark. To keep hope alive for the Lions, makes it a 4-point game. Exactly a minute left. These Lions just won't back down. They may have seemed out of it early on. They did a great job battling back. And they are keeping this one close, even with some injured players here down the stretch. Showed you the road ahead for Lincoln University. Take a look at the road ahead for the Firebirds, who will begin conference play with their next game at Roberts Wesleyan. That's December 11th. So Friday night, 6 p.m. tip-off between the Firebirds and Roberts Wesleyan. They will play 2 games next weekend in Western New York. Roberts Wesleyan on Friday night, and then they travel to Damon in Buffalo, New York on Sunday afternoon. The men will be on that trip as well. Firebirds will turn it over. I believe that's a travel called on Baldwin Calor. And so now Lincoln very much still alive in this one. Just down by 4. Clark splits 2 defenders, puts up a runner off the glass, too strong. Taylor with the offensive rebound and putback. She continues to be a menace for the Firebirds. They cannot box her out. 2-point game, and now we have a 30-second timeout called by UDC. This will leave them with 1 timeout left. Well, how about the play of Deja Taylor? She's played in just 1 game prior to this afternoon for the Lions this season. The 6-foot junior making her presence felt, leading the way for Lincoln with 14 points on 5 of 13 shooting from the field. She also has 12 rebounds, so a double-double for her. She has been a force on the boards, especially on the offensive end. She does have 4 fouls, however, both her and Lene Kimball with 4 fouls for Lincoln. For UDC, Stiasna and Calhoun, the 2 with 4 personal. UDC to inbound, good. Lobs ahead to Baldwin Calor, who has it poked away from behind. The referees say a last touch by Lincoln. So it's still UDC ball. There's a 21, they say a foul was committed. So I guess the reach-in foul is the call. And now some big free throws coming up for the leading scorer in the game, Taj Baldwin Calor. She's at 25 points right now. Perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And I just jinxed her as she misses the first. Apologies for that. Baldwin Calor, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on the afternoon. She gets 1 of 2. And now 26 points on the afternoon. 40 seconds remaining, 14-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cheek works it around the perimeter to Smith, the deep 3, too strong. Baldwin Calor with the rebound, shot clock turned off, so Lincoln will have to foul. They're hoping not to foul Baldwin Calor, and then we're left with no choice. So clock stops with 21.8 seconds left. And if Baldwin Calor can make just 1 of these 2 free throws, she'll make it a 2-possession game. Free throw shooting, the key for the Firebirds this afternoon here down the stretch. They are 16 of 18 from the line. And Baldwin Calor makes the first, so it is a 2-possession game now, 65-61. Firebirds now over 90% from the line. Just terrific. Or right at 90%, I should say. 18 of 20. The 3 from Clark, too strong. Calhoun with the defensive board, and that is looking like it's all she wrote, folks. Firebirds are going to escape with their 4th win of the season. This one not easy by any stretch. Despite building a huge 17-point first quarter lead and leading by 5 at the break. Firebirds really had all they could handle this afternoon against a very feisty Lincoln University team that just would not give up. Had some injuries during this fourth quarter that they had to deal with. But Lincoln did a great job limiting the turnovers, making adjustments within this game. And the desperation three in and out. That's your ball game, folks. The final, UDC a winner, 68-61. So the Firebirds will advance to 4-3 on the season, while Lincoln will fall to 4-3. The Firebirds can now look ahead to the start of conference play. The ECC figures to be a very difficult conference this year, and it's not going to be an easy start to conference play, as Roberts Wesleyan, who is their first conference opponent, currently leads the way in the ECC standings. They are undefeated on the year with a 7-0 record. Heading into play today, Roberts Wesleyan will be in action later today against SUNY Genesco. So, tough opponent coming up for UDC. They needed this win to close out this 3-game homestand. And now a few big road games coming up for your UDC women's basketball team. One last look at the leading scorers in this one. For the Firebirds, Taj Baldwin-Calor led the way. She had her first 30-point performance of the season, 8 of 13 from the field. Was a perfect 3 of 3 from deep and 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Also contributed 6 rebounds, 4 assists on the afternoon. So terrific game by Baldwin-Calor. Jenka Stiasna had her season high of 13 points tonight for UDC, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range, and was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. For the Lincoln Lions, Deja Taylor led the way with 14 points on 5 of 13 field goal shooting. She was 4 of 7 from the free throw stripe. Also had 13 rebounds, so a double-double for her. Lisa Saunders and Courtney Smith each tied with 11 points for the Lions. Saunders 4 of 12 from the field, 3 of 10 from three-point range, 0 of 2 for the free throw line, had 1 rebound, 1 assist. And Smith 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 8 from three-point range, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, had 3 rebounds and 1 assist. As a team, the Firebirds shot 42.6% from the field, 47.1% from three-point range, and 90.9% from the free throw line. Just terrific from the stripe today. Lincoln 31.3% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. For all the good, hardworking men and women involved with the UDC Athletic Department, including my camera operator this afternoon, Delonte Bright, I'm Eli Pearlstein saying thanks so much for tuning in. One last time, the final. Firebirds get the win 68-61. Your UDC women's team now 4-3 on the season. Same record for the Lincoln University Lions. Again, folks, your UDC men will be looking for their second win of the season tomorrow afternoon. They host Apprentice School. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. You can see that game right here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, everyone, and please do stay safe. This has been a presentation of UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network.